What's going on, friends? Hello, how is everybody? It's your old pal SPJ here. I completely forgot to set up the microphone, before it was showtime. So that was fun, trying to get that done in literally 10 seconds before we went live. So, good job, Sean. You're off to a great start. Oh. Woo! What's going on, everybody? How's everybody been? Yes, I know this stream is titled Fenders, Fenders, and More Fenders, and we're starting out with the Les Paul. Figure, we gotta change it up just ever so slightly, if we're gonna be spending the majority of this time checking out a couple new guitars that Fender just sent me, which I'm very excited about. We might as well play the old reliable here for a second. Got 4 folks watching. I see Terry's 3Gs in the house, as well as JJ's House of Jams. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. Part of the loyal Batcave of fans, as it were. Great to have you guys here. It's been an interesting last couple of weeks. I feel like, unfortunately, life has thrown so many odd curveballs at me recently. It's almost like every time I know it's a week that we're going to be streaming, I can't do it. Like, I have to cancel. And Janice Lala has joined in. How you doing, Janice? Great to have you here. If this is your first time joining us, please feel free to interact in the chat and don't be afraid to let us know who you are, where you are, and where you're watching from. Nobody is going to bite. At least I don't think they will. And if you would be so kind, please do share the link with friends of yours that you might be interested in watching and joining us in the fun here tonight. Hide everything. Trouble has found us. It's Quentin James in the house, everybody, and no, this is not a Fender. We're waiting to get to the Fenders, buddy. We gotta build up the anticipation here. And in case anybody's curious what I'm playing through tonight, if you follow me over on Instagram, either my personal or the Stompbox Saturday Instagram, I think both of them had a picture there. It's that new pedal board that I put together with the G2 on the bridge of the Woggy board, which is a very different kind of arrangement than I'm used to, but I think it's actually working out pretty good. And there's no amplifier. This is all pedals. Sound right now is the Ibanez Session Man paired up with the JHS Bonsai in the TS10 mode, going with the Strymon Compadre running in the studio mode, going into the Walrus Audio ACS1 on like a Marshall-y clean sound, and the Walrus Audio Mako D1 for some delay stuff. I should never not play before I have to stream. This is the first time I've played all day. The calendar's a little overexposed, by the way, but it's on June. I actually had to turn around and see. Did I change the calendar this month? I did. Oh, no, Quentin, I ain't gonna put you in a timeout. You know what? We're 10 minutes in. You 8 people here are watching right now. Why bother waiting for any other people? You know? If they miss out, FOMO. You know? They're not following that weird fad of fear of missing out. I don't really care. If I miss out, it's kind of like... It's actually kind of how I feel about a lot of the TV shows that I've liked watching during this whole thing going on. You know, I started watching a lot of 90s TV shows that, like, my parents wouldn't let me watch when I was a kid. So, I had to go back to them, and I had to watch them now. And it's like, oh, these are great shows. Did I miss out? Maybe if I would have watched it when I was a kid, you know, it would have been like, wow, it's happening. But the shows are still good. Who cares? You still saw them. All right, let's do the first one. Let's do the one in the gig bag. How about one in a gig bag? So, as just to kind of preview this whole thing, those of you who've been watching the channel for a while know I've been doing and working on this little project that I call Year of the Strat. And this is basically, Fender has really gone above and beyond than I could have ever imagined them wanting to be involved in the video series and in the video project. And they sent the American Pro 2 late last year, which of course I've been using all over the place. But there's more that they want to be involved with, and I can't thank them enough. It's really, really awesome. And so we've got two different guitars, two different Stratocasters, I should say, that they've sent over for me to take a look at and get involved in that series. And this one is the most oddball of the two, and of the three especially that have arrived since. This is... I'll just go ahead and bust it out. There's one part of it. You see the headstock. You see the neck. This is... And Sassy Cat, just in time for the reveal. This is the Fender Noventa Stratocaster. Now you can see that this is a different animal. This is a first off, a hardtail Strat with two P90 pickups, which means that this is definitely not in the traditional school of the Fender Stratocaster. Hardtails, yeah, Fender's done hardtails before, and these are definitely part of that hardtail lineage. But the P90 pickups are definitely the thing that you don't always see P90 pickups on Fender guitars. I think a few of them have been around, but not all that many. And you'll have to pardon, it's a hot day today, so the fan is going full blast in here, so you might be hearing a little underlying nonsense from that. But these are, and obviously we'll have a full review and rundown with this guy to come. But we're going to be doing a few first impressions. We're going to just kind of preview a few different sounds and talk a little bit about these guys. So basically, this is, and I think Sassy Cat is kind of really on the money with this. This is kind of like a dual pickup Stratocaster Junior, as it were. All of the Noventa series guitars, there's a Telly, really more of an Esquire than a Telly, a Strat, and a Jazzmaster, and they all have P90 pickups and work from 1 to 3. The Stratocaster, of course, having 2. Single volume, single tone, 3-way blade, hardtail, typical Stratocaster accoutrement. This is built in the Mexico factory, so it's a little bit less expensive than your typical Stratocaster fare. You'll be saving a little bit of green. But this is a limited edition model, so you're probably not going to be seeing these for a whole lot longer. So if you like the sound of it and are really tempted, you might want to just get in on it. So 2 P90 pickups, nothing on the back, old school neck heel. The neck is substantially, I would say it's quite a bit less wide than the Am Pro 2 Strat. The Am Pro 2 felt just a little bit wider. It's got a similar neck radius on it though, so that's kind of nice. Glossy finish on the headstock, Pow Ferro on the fingerboard. It doesn't have a gloss finish on that, which is kind of nice. And in this cool, I believe it's candy apple red, transparent finish. Quentin, to answer your question, I haven't taken the pick guard off, and I probably won't. But I'm just gonna kind of tap around and see if I can hear hollowness, and I don't hear hollowness, so it might not be a swimming pool. All right, let's hear this thing with some clean tones. We're gonna switch over from the Marshall on the ACS one to more of like a Fender twin sound, which I've been using a lot lately on the Mako ACS one. Lots of good twang on that. Let's go ahead and let's do some spring reverb on that. Middle position, both pickups. There definitely is a vibe of middle position telly to this. It feels a little bit springier, and it doesn't really. The only other guitar I've had that had two P90s in it was my Epiphone Casino, and that had, obviously that's a full hollow guitar. And this is a solid body, so there's going to be some differences there. But I do feel like this has a bit more of an immediate attack kind of thing. So neck pickup it. I like this. Let's tube screamer it. Spring reverb. Yeah, I like that neck pickup a lot. A little bit more raucous distortion on there. Let's go ahead and switch over to a Voxy kind of amp sound. Got the chime. Hey, Jay Steen, how you doing, buddy? Let's retune this bad boy. So my first impression of this thing is I really like the neck shape. I like the neck width. It's very comfortable. It definitely has a few fret edges that feel like they're sticking out a little farther than, excuse me, you might want them to. But it doesn't ruin playability necessarily. So that's the Vox sound on the Walrus Audio Mako. Let's boost it a little bit. Ah! Yeah, Sassy, you got a good, interesting point there with the sound of an SG. There's definitely, to my ears, in this first impression, and this is the first time that I'm really getting like the sound just straight into the ear, and I'm not listening in speakers. There's definitely an immediateness to this guitar, whether it's, you know, the wood. I probably will get curious enough to actually take the pick guard off, at least enough for me to be able to see if it's a swimming pool route or not. But the pickups have a very, very, very quick attack to them. So this is just the Compadre's compressor with a little bit of clean boost. The D1 has sort of, it's basically I'm trying to cop a Memory Man kind of sound on it. And then that's with the ACS1's Vox sound in it. And just like... There's definitely a great dynamic quality to this guitar. I was able to actually use the edge of my pinky to hit that harmonic right there. Hey Lillian, how you doing? We gotta do just a little bit of this for Lillian, you know. There you go, Lillian. Those bends are for you. Jay, this is, again, guys, this is the Noventa series. Noventa is Spanish for 90. And fitting, because it's made in the Fender Mexico factory. Let's hear it with this Marshall. You know, Sassy, I don't know if they actually refer to this as the Noventa Dos. Oh, that neck pickup got all woolly there for a second. Let's see if we can cop a little fuzziness out of that. I bet it can ZZ Top all night long. I wonder. Let's see. Yeah, it could probably do that. Though I'm noticing with that sound some sort of ring. It might be from up here at the headstock. You know, you're just going to get those kind of overtone sounds. But, yeah, that's the Noventa Strat, which we'll be taking a more in-depth look at in the very near future. Oh, thank you, Lillian. I appreciate that. Everybody, gotta give props where props are due. Lillian has given a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Lillian. I really appreciate that. Anytime you guys do super chats, it's like, it happens so infrequently that when they happen, it's like a big deal to me. So thank you guys so much. But we're definitely going to be seeing this in the near future. I'm going to be having a lot of time. Ah, look at this guy coming out of nowhere. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you and the Wonder Twins are doing well. But we're going to be seeing more of this. Obviously, we're going to do a demo of this, and we're obviously going to see this in its full realized form, checking out every kind of basic sound imaginable and just putting it into a bunch of different situations, seeing how it works. But as of right now, this is the only P90 guitar I have. I sold that Casino a couple years ago because times were hard. Times are still hard, but hopefully they'll get better. I hope and pray they get better. But right now, this is the only P90 guitar. So if this is going to be the only P90 guitar so far that I have, the only P90 guitar that I have, I think I would be happy with having this as the only P90 guitar. And it's actually set up, as of right now, I can play it normally, but I can also play slide on it. And I don't have a guitar that I can play slide well with, so I might learn some slide stuff with that one right there. So yeah, 15 people watching right now at the halfway mark. Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining in. That was the Noventa series Strat that we just unbagged, technically. We didn't unbox it. It's a little cumbersome to unbox these things on streams. I've kind of come to that conclusion. As much as I would like to do it, the angles just wouldn't work. For those of you who don't know, it's officially summer here in California, and it's hot. I got the fan on high, I got the air conditioning on. Thankfully, these new light panels I bought off of Amazon aren't nearly as hot as the other light boxes that I have, so I feel pretty darn good about that. By the way, that video shoot I did, you should be seeing some results of that, hopefully, in the very near future. I did it with orange, and I can't divulge all the details just yet, but hopefully you'll be seeing it. Ah, look at what we got here. Not only did Aaron wake up, but AJ Moore has woken up, everybody. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Yo, we're gonna need to talk very, very soon about the podcast. Yeah, we need to get that going again. I think it's time to do it. Yes, Sassy Cat, there is a second guitar to unbag. It's uncase. This one comes in a case, and because this one's just a little bit higher in value, a little bit more special. So we're gonna do that momentarily. Oh boy! But thank you again, Lillian, for the super chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that up for a while, just because Lillian did a super chat, and a really nice size super chat, and I appreciate that immensely. Aaron's just here to see the calendar. Everybody's just here to see the calendar. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to make calendars a merch item. But I'm not getting merch until I feel like it's time. I don't want to be one of those guys that makes merch for himself and nobody gives a crap. Oh. All right. Let's uncase the second one. Check it out. Pretty cool, huh? So, hard shell case with ATA approved latches, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is a very similar case to what the American Pro 2 guitars came in, but there's something very, very different about it. I don't know if you can tell what's different about it. It's pretty obvious. But I'm gonna let you guys try to piece it out for yourselves, because you all are pretty smart. At least I think y'all are pretty smart. It's very special. Yeah, it's very special. That might be a little strong, but this case is considered to be Inca silver. So now we're getting cases finished like the guitars, apparently. But this case was black for the American Pro 2s. It's silver for this particular guitar. So this one's a bit special, obviously, because it comes with a case. But it's also a sort of milestone guitar, I suppose I could say. We all know that Stratocaster has been pretty much ubiquitous as a guitar since its inception. And this one certainly, well, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I have to admit, when I saw photos of it on the internet, it was kind of like, it looks nice, but it just looks nice. Okay, it's special because it's deemed special and limited edition. Quentin doesn't want it to be a 7-string. Oh my god, it is a 7-string! A Flying V Strat. I love that. I love that. I know I've seen the Flying V Telecaster. Somebody's got to do it for the Stratocaster. I would love to see that. I'd like to play that. But when I got it in person and I opened up the cases the other day, this one was just like, oh wow, yeah, that is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guitar out, try very carefully not to put any marks on it, and well, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep this one a secret any longer. Let's get this off. This is the Made in the USA 75th anniversary Fender Stratocaster. Bourbon burst finish on an ash body. The pickups are the custom shop fat 60s set. It has one-piece maple neck and fingerboard. Little skunk stripe along the back. We have a 75th anniversary insignia on the neck heel. This one does have a carved neck heel. And then we also have a cool little 75th anniversary badge on the back of the guitar. And you do notice that these are Fender locking tuners, and they have pearl buttons on them, which I think is just, this is just a classy guitar. It's so, like, really, the pictures just did not do this guitar justice on the Fender website. I open this thing up, and it's immediately like, this thing is luxurious. It's got gold hardware, locking tuners. It's got one little roller string tree, the 2-point whammy bar. Whammy bar, remember, people, what is this thing not? It's not tremolo. That should be a t-shirt. That might have to be a t-shirt when I eventually get t-shirts. 5-way blade selector, volume, neck tone, bridge, and middle tone. So there's a lot about this guitar that could say this is supposed to be a classic guitar. You look at it and it looks like older Fenders with a maple neck. It's got this beautiful finish. It looks just incredibly beautiful. But there's a lot about this that comes from the Pro 2s. That carved neck heel, the upgraded whammy bar with the bent steel saddles and the cold rolled steel block. It's a push-in whammy bar arm. But we have the 5-way. We have the mod where you put the tone pot on the bridge pickup. So, excuse me. There you go. So, let's say we hear this thing. I'm going to go back to that Fender-y sound. Let's see. I should probably tune this up. But I think my favorite touch are these tuners. Locking tuners with the pearl buttons. They're just, it looks so nice. It looks so nice. All right, let's hear this thing for a bit. Trying very hard not to ruin this guitar. I don't even know if I'm going to take this off. That's got like all the right twang, you know? You know, Quentin, I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not these are staggered height tuners. They don't look it, but there is only one string tree, which is probably a good thing. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, it sounds like you want a Stratocaster bridge pickup to sound, but it doesn't sound like an ice pick, you know? And you can warm it up or make it not warm. And can neither confirm nor deny whether this thing gents, Quentin. You're just here to cause trouble tonight, I know. All right, position 2. Sounds like you want it to sound. Middle. Position 4. Now that sound's got a lot more weight to it. neck. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go to that Vox sound for real quick. This sounds like Rubber Soul and Revolver to me. Let's go to the Marshall real quick. Thanks for joining, Gillis. Hope you're able to get the kids to sleep quick. Let's go back to the Fender. Let's do this thing. Yeah, I don't know how to play that. Uh-oh, Quentin's gonna offend everybody. El Distorto. Hold on. Wow, I broke the string already. I don't know what that says. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I already broke the string. I was having a good time too. Dang it. Oh man. Yes, Quentin, I broke it, I bought it. It's only logical. It's only logical that I break the string, I have to buy this guitar. Oops. Maybe the strings are also 75 years old. Oh, probably. But you know what? Aside from the string breakage, I mean, I'm really vibing with this guitar. Like, more so than I actually thought I would vibe with it. You know, it's pretty common for guitar companies throughout their history. They'll release special guitars to celebrate anniversaries. Hey, Edward and Crane, how you doing, buddy? Yes, where is the tech? I'm not paying him enough to be here on Thursday nights. So, oops, what's a guy to do? But yeah, guitar companies love to release these limited edition models because it's kind of like, it's a collector thing, you know? Excuse me. It's a collector thing, you know? Collectors like special guitars. Collectors like guitars that have some sort of inherent value or meaning to them. And it's totally understandable to me why companies do this. It's a great marketing thing. But what I feel like with this is that I saw both of these on the Fender website, and I wasn't too pleased with the lower end 75th Anniversary Strat. Nothing about it really seemed all that special to me, in my opinion. This thing kind of marries together. By the way, this is a mint green pickguard, by the way, and I think it looks, you know, absolutely fantastic. But this guitar, to me, does a couple things. The pearl buttons, I feel like, are a great nod to the Mary Kay Stratocaster. You know, with the white blonde finish. I love that guitar. The gold hardware has the white pearl buttons. Just looks beautiful. The neck, it's got this good tint to it, but it's not so highly contrasted to the finish. Like, everything about this guitar aesthetically, the gold hardware, a lot of people don't like gold hardware, but the gold hardware, the bourbon burst finish, which, you know, it's a bit darker along the edge, a bit darker red, goes to the back, mint green trim cavity cover, whammy bar cavity cover. Everything just looks like, with this particular guitar, there was a lot of thought put into how can we give it a classy look, but also implement some things that we've been working on to make the Stratocaster an overall better guitar. So I'm really excited about this one. Obviously, I'm gonna put a new set of strings on it. Luckily, I have strings to put on it. But the fretwork on this is just... the fretwork on it is just insane. The rolled edges of the fingerboard, the nut is very carefully rounded off at the edges. That gives it kind of like an old, worn-in feel. The neck just plays really, really great. It feels really nice. I do love the new sculpted neck heel that Fender does for the Strat. You can actually get up to the 21st fret quite comfortably, the way my hand is resting on it. It's kind of like, it just kind of fits like a glove. How many people remember that one? That's another thing I didn't see when I was a kid because my parents wouldn't let me. But I'm my own man now, so I can watch it. Hey, Ryan Hurley, how you doing? Classy is the exact word I'd use to describe it. Gorgeous looking and gorgeous sounding. Yes, and we'd be hearing more of it if I hadn't broken a string. It's amazing, huh? But maybe that's a good sign. Maybe I was just so into the playing that I was doing with this guitar that it was just like, pop! I can't take it. I can't take it anymore, Sean. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I don't know, but I should show you actually the inside of the case. I really don't want to do this, but I'm just gonna lean the guitar right there. Now, the American Pro 2 case, I believe on the inside was red. This is a very plush blue lining. Isn't that nice? Got the little open-uppy part in here. I'm gonna take out this thing. This is so big. This is so cumbersome. Stop! This case is acting up on me. And now we're going to very, very gently placing the guitar back in the case. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's a reason I'm being so cautious with it. Let's see, case candy wise. Manual. There's a manual. Certificate of authenticity. The model and the serial number. I wish it was more like it had something, just a little. Oh, Ryan, that is good. That is good right there. Poor Grover is now a guitar case liner. Oh. I have been made into a guitar case. Little sticker. Pardon all the voices tonight. Allen wrenches. And a gold whammy bar with a mint green tip. What do you know? You can actually kind of tell that it's mint green on the screen. Green on the screen. Green screen. I need to start doing some green screen, because that would be fun. Oh, yeah. That's some fun stuff. And it comes in a nice little pouch that on the inside is like, ooh, it's got Fender on the inside. But I'm being very, very careful with this guitar. Because in the off chance that I get to hold on to this, it's kind of like, I wonder how much it's going to be worth in a few years. Don't you know anything about investing? Garden State. If you haven't watched that movie, you should. Naked chicken chalupas. Interesting. I haven't figured out what I'm eating for dinner tonight. Better than Oscar the Grouch being inside your case. Maybe. Yeah, rotten to meet you too. Let's go back to the Noventa for a little bit, since the string broke on that one. What's a guy to do, you know? What is a guy to do? Let's see what happens here. You know, this guitar actually reminds me of an old Ibanez that Alan Holdsworth used to play. This one's got a good... Falcon Headbutt, how you doing? Are you the counterpart to the Falcon Punch? Is that fuzzy OD coming from the amp or a pedal? Well, I will give you a rundown of the rig. The Strat plugged into my pedal board, which is all pedals, all direct. No amps in this setup whatsoever. The amp sound, though, is the Walrus Audio Mako ACS1 on the Fullerton model, which is like a Fender twin. I've paired that with a, hey, Fret Level Midnight, how you doing, buddy? I see you. So I paired that with a Marshall 412 with G12H speakers, an impulse response from Lancaster Audio. So that's the basics of the sound. I'm running the Strymon Compadre with some compression and some clean boost. That is then boosting the front of the Ibanez, the old Ibanez Session Man, the old pink and orange distortion pedal. So that's basically a rat-based distortion. And then I have the Mako R1 from Walrus Audio, as well as the D1 for delay, extra delay and reverb. And there's also a little bit of plate reverb from a Keeley Hydra. So there's quite a lot on this. So I believe what you are hearing is mostly the Session Man, but it's getting further boosted on the front end with a lot more of this from the Compadre, and also the whole guitar sound is getting compressed going into that. So that's probably the bulk of what you're hearing. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I actually, funnily enough, this pedal board is actually going to be the subject of a future in-depth video, a couple future in-depth videos, as a matter of fact. One that's going to focus solely on this pedal board, the sounds that it makes, the contexts in which I use it. And then the second video that it'll be a part of, one that I want to do, is going to be based around how to get more out of a pedal board that is going direct. And a lot of that comes from just experience with a lot of other guitar players. When they start going direct, they think it's this whole new world that rules don't apply. The unfortunate reality is that when you start dealing with full range audio, like plugging into a recording interface, going direct to a mixing desk, or just plugging in even to a pair of active speaker monitors, active monitors, active speakers, you start dealing with things that are more used to producing full range audio. And so you have new challenges to contend with, at the same time as you have the rules of guitar and guitar tone that exist in the analog world aren't necessarily, or at least the amplifier world, aren't necessarily negated because you're going direct. You still have to play by those rules, but at the very same time, there's a whole new set of rules in order to get the sound that you're just... And Edwin's got the right idea with this. There's high pass and low pass, and that's just part of it. But hopefully in the near future, you'll hear more of it. But I do appreciate the compliment, because I did use this past weekend at church for service and was really pleased with my sound. More pleased than I've been with my sound in months. So, you know, the fact that you guys are responding favorably to it means that it was time well spent. Yeah, Terry, I did forget to mention that about this guitar, but I will obviously mention it in the full-on video that these are Fender-designed P90s. And talking to a buddy of mine who is a Fender fan, he has said, you know, Fender has never made a good P90. So he wasn't too keen on the Noventas when they came out. But I really like this. Take away the clean boost and less of the mucky muck. I like it. This is going to be fun. Yes. Warm, but pretty warm, but just enough sparkle. I do agree. Especially when we were on the Vox sound on the Mako. Hey Mark Shields, how you doing, buddy? Great to have you here. There are a lot of aftermarket replacements, I'm sure, but I'm not hearing those and thinking, man, I'd have to replace them. They seem okay. Exactly. Honestly, right now with these, like, what I had said earlier, for those of you that haven't been watching before we switched to the Anniversary Strat, I really feel like these have a great immediacy to them. There's a great attack to them. And Quentin was asking earlier whether or not this had a swimming pool route in it, or if it was routed for the pickups. I don't know. I haven't picked up the pick guard yet to try to see if it is a swimming pool route. But the hardtail, the P90s, and the bodywood, which I'm pretty sure is alder. I could be wrong. I'll have to look. And don't worry, I will make sure that I have all the details correct on the video. But the whole combination leads to a guitar that has a very immediate attack and a little bit of springiness to it. Really dig this. Really quite pleased with it. And I don't, as you said, I'm not thinking, yeah, these need to go. Terry's saying, I think they sound good. It makes me wonder how they sound in the Jazzmaster with the 3. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. And I really like the walnut finish, you know, the dark brown Jazzmaster from this series. So I would definitely be into checking that out. But right now, Fender and I are in Stratocaster world, maybe in the near future. But I also, when it comes to offsets, I've really got my heart set on Chad Jennings building me a semi-hollow Voyager because I love my Navigator far too much. All right, guys. Well, we are at just about out of time. But before we go, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining in on the live chat and on the live stream tonight. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these, but, you know, when life throws you curveballs, you kind of just have to roll with the punches and get to what's real, as a philosopher of our time, or at least the generation prior, once said. I'm looking forward to making a couple really cool Stratocaster-related videos for you guys in the very near future. We do have a couple other videos coming up. This Saturday, there is a new episode of Stompbox Saturday featuring a brand new pedal from my buddy Chuck Wilson at Bootlegger Guitar, so you'll want to make sure you stay tuned for that. I would also love to know what you guys think of that new platform and presentation for Stompbox Saturday that I've been toying around with. So please do make sure that you have notifications turned on for this video so that if you haven't seen the new presentation style, you can let me know what you think about that. But I do think you guys are going to enjoy this one. There's a ton of playing on this video, a lot of cool tones, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And if you want to see anything else, you know exactly how you need to do it. You need to click the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Browse the videos however you see fit. Of course, please do share links to this with a guitar playing friend of yours. Invite them back for the next SPJ Live, which will hopefully be in 2 weeks' time. Same bat channel. Ah, how you doing, Mike Jones? Mike Jones! That's a whole other thing that most people don't get. But Garguts probably gets it. It's a wah-wah bar. I like that. A wah-wah bar. That's interesting. But I'm looking forward to this. There's going to be some other cool stuff and fun stuff that I'm going to be working on, as well as some announcements coming up on the channel. So make sure you stay tuned. Please click subscribe. Please do consider giving everything that you watch on this channel a thumbs up. Invite more friends of yours that play guitar or are musicians themselves and are interested in gear and all the goings on of it in coming to the channel. Thank you all so much for spending part of your day with me. It really is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Rest well, be well, and until we see each other next time, same bat channel, right here for SPJ Live. I'm SPJ, Sean Pierce Johnson, that is. And I wish you all out there great tone, great health, and of course, happy stomping, friends. I will see you all in the future. God bless.